So do you want to hear? I have a new persona. Okay, so my daughter's going to middle school next year. And we had the kind of like middle school welcome new sixth grader picnic last week.
Yeah.
And so I told her that I'm creating a new persona. I was like, new school for you, new school for me. And her name is Lipstick Mom. Ooh. She wears red lipstick to everything.
Here she is, even to the Naturalist recording.
But the most fun thing about Lipstick Mom is that she is terrifying to my daughter because I said she also has a French accent some of the times.
Oui.
She laughs like, she's the life of the party.
Fantastic impression at the news.
So now she's terrified. And so I thought about that this morning when I put on my lipstick. Lipstick Mom.
That's funny that you say that because I also have an alter ego, but she's a lot less glamorous. And like less like boisterous. Her name's Jessica.
And what is her distinguishing feature?
She's just like super laid back and like very go with the flow. She's not like that. We're quite the duo with our, she just talks about things are delicious and that's really fun. And I like introduced my mom to her and my mom was like, I don't like her.
This is The Naturalist. In every episode, we're covering the products, ideas, and trends that are shaping the CPG industry.
Or that we just really like.
What does Lipstick Mom want to talk about today?
So many things. Well, speaking of lipstick, this is a completely disastrous segue. But did you see that article this morning? I'm sure it's all over the news. I saw it in the New York Times about the FDA approving 3 new natural food dyes.
Yeah, so what are they?
No red. So I'm out of luck for my lipstick. But I think one of them is butterfly pea extract.
Okay.
Which I know has been around in naturals for a while. And I know I've heard in the past about some formulation issues.
Yeah.
That it's a challenging dye to work with.
To scale and and like consistency.
But I wonder,
color is it?
Blue. It's this beautiful, vibrant blue. Do you remember we had a Nexty winner or finalist product from Numi Tea a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
And it was with butterfly pea, and it's so beautiful.
That's right.
This very vibrant color. Another one is called Galdieria extract, which is derived from algae. And then the last one of the 3 is calcium phosphate, which is naturally occurring compound that's in milk, for example. And that would be for white dyeing. So some of the examples they gave were like, I thought these were really arbitrary examples, but donut powder white.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Things like that.
Things that you don't even think typically have synthetic dyes in them.
Right. Or fruit juice. I mean, imagine you can now dye your fruit juice blue with a natural way to do that. What flavor would that be?
Tropical punch, maybe?
Tropical punch. French.
One of the companies at NCN I was telling you about is trying to scale a like red and orange food coloring. And it was a really interesting company because they were building a domestic source, a domestic plant-based source and growing all the ingredients. And then there was some good conversation after their presentation just about like cost of natural alternatives and how that will impact larger CPG companies that even if it's like a few cents more when you think about the volume. So I'm curious if there's going to be any of these natural alternatives that do figure out how to make their ingredients cost effective and scalable for companies that are trying to keep their costs down, especially now. But I thought that the interesting thing with them was the domestic source because with tariffs and all those unknowns, any additional costs would significantly impact the finished product.
Yeah, and I don't know. I would assume butterfly pea is domestic. I have no idea. And maybe I hope we don't get a whole bunch of hate mail because I said that butterfly pea was hard to formulate with. But I do remember last year at Newtopia Now, we did this fantastic excursion with a lot of retailers to the Colorado CSU Spur.
Yeah.
And they had this incredible test kitchen where they work with brands to develop products. And one of the examples was they had this beverage product that was trying to develop using butterfly pea dye or natural coloring and just all of the challenges. And so they had all of these different bottles in a row with different amounts of it.
Oh, cool.
Just talking about, is it shelf stable? How long does it last? How do they do it? So I think that it's exciting that we're seeing these new natural alternatives.
Yes.
And hopefully this will kind of lead the way to more research, more development, more use of them and figuring out how.
So RedLeaf Biologics, it was founded in 2015 by leading scientists and plant biologists, and it leverages rare plant genetics to produce natural colorants and bioactive compounds for sustainable, scalable solutions in food and beverage. They're based in Kentucky, and they work with U.S. farmers to build that agricultural value chain around patented non-GMO red sorghum. Is that what I said? Did I say sorghum?
I don't know. It was so long ago.
30 minutes. Yes.
Sorghum.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
the result is a new colorant and bioactive ingredient that provides a superior quality to existing naturals and a platform for innovation across multiple markets. And I saw the colors. They were beautiful and like really vibrant. And I think the red piece is going to be huge.
Right.
Because that's such a overused synthetic, artificial coloring. Synthetic.
We're going to have to get some red sorghum at my house. We've been doing a lot of beet dyeing.
Oh,
beet,
yes. Right. And that's for like
lip gloss.
You guys have like your own little thing.
We've got some things happening at home lately.
Little maker's market over there.
We're making some crafts.
So yeah, that will be interesting to see. So definitely going to be following this company and others. There were lots of other great companies at NCN.
Yeah, what were some of your other favorites?
I was telling you about that energy. So what I'm doing right now is looking through the workbook. So anyone who attends Nutrition Capital Network's investor meetings gets a workbook that has all the information about these companies. Actually, maybe you've heard, so all the presenting companies, Riot Energy.
Oh yeah, I know Riot.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you tell us about
Riot.
No.
I mean, I know Riot. I know of Riot. I think they're an exhibitor at our shows.
Yeah. And what I liked about them, so natural, so it's really a plant-based energy drink. But I thought that so Natty, do your thing when you're like, and like put like.
I'll just hold my computer up.
Yeah, okay. I thought I like the branding, and she was like, I really want it to compete directly with like energy drinks that people are used
like
to. To me, that feels very like, and that's like what a lot of people want when they think about energy. But then you also see zero artificial anything, which I like.
I love that.
And her pitch was awesome. I thought she did a great job. But then she also said, like, these conventional energy drink companies, while they may be our competitors, they're also our friend, because building this category and continuing to, like, they've built up the category and the demand for it. And we need them to exist and continue to have, like, sections and gas stations and convenience stores, but they want to be right there with them. And you have some of the ingredients.
Yeah, I was just looking at the ingredients. Well, first of all, it's USDA organic, which I love.
Yes.
But it's really clean. White grape juice, lemon juice, green tea extract, lime juice, salt, vitamin B12, which is vegan sourced. So sounds great.
Yeah.
It does look very
like
in your face.
Yeah, like I don't even buy energy drinks, and I'm like, yeah, I want that. The other interesting thing, so tons of great companies. I think we have an article with a lot of the companies on.
Yeah, we do. We have a gallery of all the exhibitors.
Of all the presenting NCN presenters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They also have little tabletops. Yeah, one exhibitor. But you can check that out on newhope.com and see. And what I thought was interesting also about the companies, they span the entire supply chain. There were technologies and different innovations kind of in the earlier part of a business, a lot of what our supply side friends would be covering, but then a lot of finished product companies that bring these innovations to life. And we had a Pitch Slam winner, a past Pitch Slam winner, actually 2 past Pitch Slam winners. So we had Recoup was there. So our Pitch Slam winners have the opportunity to present at NCN, which is really cool. And then
what was the other one?
The sauces.
Oh, Maza.
Yeah. And Maza was great too. And we also had another one of our favorites I've been taking there prenatal is, they do the regenerative True Grace.
Oh, True Grace. Yeah.
And they were there. And
yeah.
It was awesome too. So lots of great companies.
Yeah. Oh, how fun.
Now here we are with 2 You brought these, so you like to bring us a little snack.
Yeah, well, you asked and I answered. Let's see what we got here. So, it's fun to kind of taste things live. And we obviously have talked about Figlia together before. Really great non-alcoholic aperitivo, like your shirt, Aperitivo.
Yes. Hey.
Speaking of that shirt, which I also own, I love Aperitivo in Spain. It's like my favorite thing to do. And I saw that shirt and I took a picture of it and I sent it to my friend in Spain. I was like, look at this shirt I bought. And she said, oh, like people would eat a whole platter of fish.
Oh, she was like, that's not
I know.
That's
She was
not
so
like maybe
excited.
olives. Like, yeah. Okay,
You're right,
so
but
she added
I adore your shirt.
for accuracy.
Next time we'll wear them together.
Yeah. I would love to be twinning with you.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
So, Figlia, so this is their new product. It's called Sole, or maybe Sol. I think Sole.
Oh,
Because Sol would be like the fish.
I think so, but I'm
Sole.
looking for the little.
Oh, the accent, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
TBD.
So what's in here?
So this sounds so incredible to me. It is Meyer lemon peach basil.
Oh,
Does that sound good?
yes. I love all of their
had it.
ingredients.
They
And I like them too.
Sent it to me recently. I had it on my shelf at home because I was kind of waiting for the weather to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what better way to enjoy delicious weather than in this dark, windowless studio?
The time is now.
Warm.
I was wondering about that. I don't care. I still think it's going to be delicious. How much sugar? What else is in here? Okay, so not as much function. So this is not function.
Yeah, I feel like this is really experiential.
Yeah.
Cheers. Aperitivo. Oh, you can really taste the peppercorn.
You can. I was expecting it to be a lot milder. It's like it has a punch to it. The peppercorn, the basil.
Basil. Yeah, you can taste the
Really
basil.
taste the basil.
I thought it would be more peachy,
I did too.
but I actually like the fact that the peach kind of comes at the end. So it's like lemon, peppercorn, basil, and then there's a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is... Oh, and speaking of color, so all natural colors, fruit and veggie extract
I
for
love
the
that.
color. Yeah.
I think it's delicious.
I do too.
Over ice, maybe a little garnish.
Yeah.
You could even put a little bit of bubbly water in that.
So is this brand new?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
So
do.
companies are still launching these like non-alcoholic beverages. And I like this feels very seasonal to me.
Yeah. And again, I think they do such a great job. Figlia does such a great job of creating the experience, not just the like, oh, here's something else I could have. It's really like that experiential, like you want this on your shelf. The glass cork is so nice. It's beautiful.
You've been saving it for a special occasion.
I have.
You know what I love when you are saving something for a special occasion and you bring it out for
The Naturalist.
the Naturalist.
What more special occasion than this?
You know what I used to do a lot of, like when I used to drink wine more frequently, like I would like have like a nice, like very rarely have a nice bottle, but then like have a nice bottle and be like, I am saving it. And then just one random night be like, I want wine. Where is that thing? And just pop it open. And it's like the best. It's the best. I never actually saved anything for truly a special occasion. Moving on to Khloud.
Well, can I just go back there for a second? I was going to tell you because I got this amazing wedding present, which was 3 bottles of wine. And it was like 1 to drink on your first anniversary, 1 to drink on your 3rd anniversary, and 1 to drink on your 5th anniversary.
And you drank them all on your first?
Well, because I was moving from Spain here and it was the same thing. It was like, you got to save these, you got to save these, you got to save these. It's such an amazing gift. So like well thought out. And so I think it was kind of like boxes up to my ears in my kitchen and I couldn't ship the wine. I was like, and just drank it. And it was that same experience. Like I'd been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Well, you just have to go for it.
Just went for it. It was so worth it.
You only live once.
Yeah. All right. The other product I brought in for us to try, if you're on the Instagram or the internets, you will know that Kourtney Kardashian is one of the Kardashian sisters.
No, this is Khloe.
Oh.
I thought it was Khloe.
Oh, how many are there?
There's 3.
Oh, the KH.
They all have like a KH in their name, though. Kourtney, Khloe. Or not Kim.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, it's like,
KHIM.
yeah.
Oh, it is Khloe. She signed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Khloe Kardashian. Maybe we should cut that part.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, she's coming for us.
Oh yeah.
She's coming. She's never gonna listen again.
Here's another product that I have.
When we talked about Patrick Schwarzenegger, he never listened to our podcast again. When we said, where were you? So we're just alienating all of those celebrity fans.
Well, I finally finished White Lotus, so I'm mad at him anyway. Anyway, Khloe Kardashian, if you've been on the internets, has this new product out. It is protein popcorn. Now, I don't think this is the first celebrity protein popcorn.
Oh, really? There's other celebrity protein popcorns?
Don't the Jonas Brothers have a protein pop?
Oh, is theirs protein?
Maybe
might
not.
be.
Maybe
might
it's not
be right.
protein.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
So the trend here is celebrity-backed protein popcorn.
Yes, and you know what's going to be really interesting is that the Sweets and Snacks Expo is going on this week, and one of our writers is there right now. So I'm going to really, really be interested to hear if there are more celebrity bagged protein popcorns hitting that expo this week.
So what do we think about this one? It has 7 grams of protein. What's that protein?
It's milk concentrate.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder how much the average cheddar popcorn.
It's milk protein isolate.
Oh, okay.
But I will say that no certifications. It says gluten-free, but not certified. Said it's made with coconut and olive oils. The ingredients are pretty clean. So this is the sweet and salty. So it's popcorn, milk, protein isolate, cane sugar, olive oil, coconut oil, mineral salt. And I do appreciate that it's cane sugar.
I do too. 5 grams of sugar. I don't need that, but whatever.
But the thing that I would love to see just a little bit more about sourcing. It says it's non-GMO, but it's not certified. It said it's gluten-free, but not certified. What's the deal with the milk? Where does it come from?
I think it's good. It just tastes good, but I agree with everything you just said, as I always do. I've seen it on big displays at Target. I think it's good. Right? Sure.
The texture's got a little bit of a powdery feel. No, not that.
You're getting 7 grams of your protein.
And that's in 1 cup. What do you think, Maddie?
We had to know what all the hype was about.
It's good. Does the world need it? I don't know. But I would love to see just a little bit more sourcing.
Okay, that was a little triggering when you said, does the world need it? I don't know. Do you know what I'm going to mention?
No.
Yes, you do. Dax Shepard was great when he came to State of Natural
at Expo West.
And then he talked about Expo West on his podcast, on Armchair Expert, in the Fact Check with Monica, the producer and co-host. And he's kind of we had a good time. We presented, but it's just this show, this product show, the CPG food show. So he's okay, whatever. Didn't have a ton of information. And then Monica goes,
does the world need this?
Does the world need more products, is what she said. Not necessarily does the world need Expo, but does the world need more people launching more products? And we were well, the world needs more people launching better products, right? That's the point of Expo West and Newtopia is to change the CPG industry and to do better. And it exists to help raise the bar when it comes to products and brands and consumable goods, right?
Now, to be fair to Monica,
and consumer goods, not just consumer.
He never mentioned that it was a natural product show. He never said the word natural, and it was just kind of, there's this product. So I don't think maybe she had the full picture.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree.
So I don't know if the world needs this, but it does have a clean ingredient list.
Yeah, it does.
People are wanting protein. It seems a little better than some of the look. No fillers, no unhealthy seed oils, no chalky app. I agree with all of those statements. Speaking of better for you products and shows that support them, Newtopia Now.
Yes.
The countdown is on.
It's coming soon.
The countdown is on August 20th through the 22nd. We're starting to get some of our speakers in. We have a lot of retailers. That's one of the big things about Newtopia Now is for brands who are coming to the event to know, you're going to get to meet all these retailers and you're going to get to hear from them in depth about what they look for. I think that when you think about trade shows, like oftentimes you think about like people in their booth and kind of like transactional things. And I think it's really important to really listen to retailers and not just go out there and be like, hey, like I want to be in your store. I want to be in your store. But for brands to really like listen and understand and realize which retailers are truly a good fit for them. And that's what gets me most excited about Newtopia Now is retailers on the stage sharing their wisdom and then later going out there and meeting with brands through our one-on-one meeting program.
Well, and what I think is really exciting from the brand side too is, from the retail side is I've heard from so many retailers about how excited they are about Newtopia Now. And you've got a lot of retailers that have gone to other events, a million other events. There are other trade shows happening all the time, but just how great of an experience it was last year, how unique, and then how much they're looking forward to doing it again this year because of the value of those one-on-one conversations and the format and just the incredibly innovative small stage brands. And, there are bigger brands there too that we know and love, but it's really just such a great forum for that. So to see retailers like, I'm on board for all of it. Sign me up. That's exciting too.
I love that as well. And like hearing from them, like it was unique. It was special. I can't wait to be there. So maybe next week we'll do like a Newtopia Now, all things Newtopia Now. There was just a little teaser of Newtopia Now, but okay.
Last thing.
But before the last thing, we have an article.
Last thing.
My signature. One more question, 5 questions later. We have an article on newhope.com, a gallery that has all of those frozen dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just curious if you have a favorite, because there used to be a company, and I don't know if they still have their dumplings, but out of Boulder, Sisters, and they like would do their dumplings at the farmer's market, and then you could buy them frozen. And it was like the first like really good frozen dumpling that I had. But I'm wondering which one.
Well, I haven't tried all of the ones in this gallery. I do love those soup dumplings from Mila.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, those are insane.
How do you even do that well? Like a good frozen soup dumpling.
I mean, I just think those are so good. But there are a lot of really good ones now.
Yeah.
I was looking through this gallery before getting some ideas for my dinner.
I know. I'm curious. Like, I need to look when I'm going to go to Whole Foods later to like shop for dinner, but I want to look at like how many different brands they have in their store, because with all these companies doing it, I'm just curious, like how big the market is for that, how many people are buying them, and how many companies there's really room for in the frozen aisle.
Yeah. Oh, Laoban. These are also really good. I love those. Dumpling Daughter is a great brand. They actually started out in food service. I think it's a restaurant.
Oh.
And she literally is the daughter of, not of a dumpling, but of his parents.
Wow, now
that's a story.
She is literally
the daughter of a dumpling. No. So... Wow, that just went downhill fast.
It went real fast.
So before we wrap things up, can this literally be the last thing? Yes, it can. Okay. We have a great article that came out on newhope.com this week that I just wanted to give a shout out to.
Yeah.
Written by Meredith Kaufman. And it's about heritage brands using their packaging design to really celebrate and spotlight their cultural roots.
Yeah.
So for the article, she talked to Maza, who we mentioned before. She talked to Coyotas, which is a great tortilla brand. And then she also talked to Masala Gossip, which was a brand I didn't know, but I saw them at Expo West. And the packaging is so vibrant. And it's just really talking with the founders about how they use that packaging real estate to not just tell about their ingredients and, their certifications and all that, but really to show visually who they are and what their cultural heritage is.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so valuable, especially when we have so many global brands getting on shelves. And, it used to, of course, be, sorry, I'm just talking.
No, I'm so into it. Keep going.
No, but, it used to be that, sadly, in the past, we had the ethnic food aisle and they were all kind of shoved in there together. And so now we're seeing these brands throughout stores, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But also getting this opportunity to really shine on shelf and to tell their stories. So
I completely agree. And you see it with there's really unique kind of colors and almost like textures, shapes, patterns. And Maza, they, I think, did a brand, or they updated their labeling and packaging. She talked about that on the stage at NCN. And she was like, people just love how genuine and authentic it appears. Like we are just through and through. Our story comes through, our heritage comes through. And I thought it was really a beautiful example of like a rebrand that stayed very in line with who they are and those stories that they want to tell. So yeah, that's really interesting.
I love the masab, also the images of the women on the packaging.
Yes.
It reminds me so much. And I know that they're from Afghanistan. And did you ever read Persepolis by Marjan Satrapi? It's a graphic novel and it's about Iran, but the graphics are very similar in that imagery, and it's just so beautiful. So you should read that. It's so good. Lovely. But yeah, so I think this is a really worthwhile article. And, you know, this is obviously highlighting, she talked to Fred Hart, who's a branding expert, creative director from Hart Brands. And this is really highlighting how globally inspired brands are showing their heritage on their packaging.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could also be used for regional brands. It could be used for, you know, brands really need to get with the program. Get with the program.
But I do think so much a part of a brand's identity is its place, like the story of the place. And I think about like even like you said, like regional brands that have like there were some really awesome companies at the Pitch Slam, it's not called Pitch Slam anymore, but the Naturally Colorado pitch event. And like some of them were telling the story of Colorado agriculture. And I think about one of my favorite places in Colorado, the Western Slope, and how like some of those companies are really like, telling the story of the soil, of the people, the communities. And so that's both a global story and a very local to all of us that I think is really cool. So I like that.
Another brand I think does that really well is Painterland, because, you know, they have this very like farm ethos and it's this kind of pastoral scene, and they use their packaging to really convey that too. So
okay. Well, I have other things. I promised one more thing, and that was my one more. No, that was your one more. I can't remember what I know. Do I still have room for my one more? No, but mine's more of a downer. So let's stay on an upbeat note. Yeah, this was fun.
A downer.
Yeah.
This was fun. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Bye, Maddie. Thanks.
Be sure to rate and subscribe to The Naturalist. Tell your friends if there's topics you want to cover or if you want to be on The Naturalist.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go back to having some guests.
Again, and some more products too.
Lots more products and all things Newtopia coming up.
Yep.
And cheers. Cheers. L'chaim. Cento anni.
Yep.
You don't know that?
No.
To 100 years.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Italian.
Yes.